Alright, what's up guys? It's Austin. Sorry once again for another late video. I'm trying to get better at, getting up at a reasonable time, but I just can't seem to get my shit together. I'm probably gonna hire one of you soon, so if any of you could, leave a comment if you're experienced in the area of dumping like hot water on people's faces, because that's what I'm gonna need. Like, just move out here, dump hot water every time I fall asleep, and we'll be good to go. I'm just messing around, but seriously, I do have a video today. A little bit late, once again, I'm sorry. But today's video is about someone, a girl actually, that just took things way too far at a party that I was at and literally got everyone kicked out. And now that I think about it, it wasn't even much of a fucking party. It was literally like me and 4 other people. It wasn't really much. We were just kind of all hanging out. But I was hanging out with a few friends of mine. I got invited to go to my buddy's house. He had a bunch of people already over there. And we were straight up just in the basement watching Netflix, like not really doing much. And everyone there was pretty much drunk. They were drinking when I got there and they just kind of continued to. Wasn't that big of a deal. One of the people there was a little too new to it. And she was kind of like, I don't know, just acting a little bit too out of the ordinary. And that usually wouldn't be an issue, but my friend had his parents there because it was their house and they lived there and they were sleeping. And he does this all the time. He would just have people over and they would drink and do stuff in the basement and the parents would never wake up because kind of heavy sleepers, plus they were in the basement so they didn't make too much noise in the first place. And his parents didn't give a shit about the drinking. That wasn't the problem. It was the fact that he'd have people over all the time, and then those people would sometimes bring more people. And they basically just didn't know a lot of the people coming through their house, so it would get them angry, especially at night when like people would sneak in, because I came in when they were sleeping. And they know me. I've known them for like a year. But still, if they see me there with a bunch of other people, they'll just kick everyone out at once, and it kind of sucks. But we were down there, and the only person that was acting really obnoxious was this one girl, like I said. And it wasn't like an issue or anything, it wasn't that bad, but it got bad more towards later in the night because we wanted to go upstairs and make food. And in order to do this, we had to be really quiet. And not even like that quiet, we just had to like talk, not at a full whisper, but just kind of like this, like just kind of lightly. And that's all we had to do, not a big deal, right? We go upstairs. And my friend's just dying laughing because they're going up the stairs and I guess one of them almost fell and they just start laughing at each other. So my friends are laughing. We get up the stairs and one of my friends is just sitting there trying to hold it back. Like he's trying to not laugh because if he laughs too loud, obviously he'll wake everyone up. But we get into the kitchen, right? And my friend's like, okay, let's see what we're going to make. He opens the fridge. Immediately there's hot dogs. That's like the one fucking thing we could find is hot dogs. I have like a love-hate relationship with hot dogs. Sometimes they're really disgusting. Sometimes they're like really good. Just kind of depends on how you make them. But we're making these fucking hot dogs. My friend grabs the pack and he starts cooking them. And there's like 4 left in the pack, right? And we're probably just going to make the whole thing because there was a bunch of us. But my friend's like cooking these by like 2 at a time, right? And this girl fucking grabs one of the hot dogs and literally starts sucking on it like it's a fucking dick, like just as a joke. We all laugh because it was funny. Like the first time she did it, fucking hilarious. Then she takes 2 more. Keep in mind, we only had like a certain amount to make, and her dick joke pretty much ruined it because most of the ones we were going to make were now sucked on like a dick, and it just kind of ruined it. We're like, okay, well, fuck, like, you kind of put these in your mouth, like, do we still make them? And she is, no joke, dying laughing at this joke that she did. Like, it was her own joke, and she was pretty much on the floor laughing, and her friend was too, and they're both dying laughing. We were kind of laughing too, but, like, the second time was not necessary. The first time was funny enough. But she literally starts laughing so hard that she actually can't keep her laugh quiet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to laugh quietly, it kind of gets hard. She starts laughing so hard that she's struggling to, like, keep a quiet tone. And she ends up waking the fucking parents up. We see the light go on under their door because their door is right by the kitchen in the hallway. And we see it and we're like, fuck, like, what the hell? And this girl just runs over to the table, pulls a chair out, and sits down. Like, she's, like, super just not doing anything wrong. And we're like, okay, well, fuck me, dude. I don't know what to do. Like, do we sit here and keep cooking? Do we put everything away really fast and run downstairs? So we just kept cooking. We were literally sitting there cooking the hot dogs, trying to act as serious as possible, while my friend, even though his parents just woke up, is standing there with the biggest fucking smirk on his face because even though his parents were probably about to come out and yell at him for having people over, he still was laughing inside, right? He's sitting there with a smile on his face. But his parents walk out, they look at my friend, and they're like, Josh, why do you have people over? We've talked about this with you countless times. Just ask to have people over and we'll see if it's okay. Like, don't just fucking invite people over. And that's literally how they said it. Like, they were pretty upset. And I'm sitting there just like with this weird red face, like trying to cook these fucking hot dogs. And my friend's sitting there just like trying to get his face straight before he says anything. And he just goes, I was going to ask to have them over earlier, but you guys went to sleep. And like fucking everybody in the room is just sitting there with this face like, oh, dude, like, couldn't have had a worse excuse. Like, I was going to ask you, but you fell asleep. That's just a horrible excuse. And of course they came back with, well, then they don't come over. Wait till we're awake to ask us for another day. And they just immediately just go, okay, everyone out, and they point to the fucking door. And I was still fucking hungry, so I took my half-cooked hot dog, put it in my bare hand, and literally just walked outside with it. Just gripping a hot dog, right? But yeah, when we went outside, we pretty much just split up. Like, the girl that put the hot dogs in her mouth and her friend went home, and then me and my friend went back to my house. And I ate this fucking hot dog, and let me tell you guys, it fucking sucked. It was a bad way to end the night, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I just thought this was a funny story. We got kicked out of this kid's house because this girl fucking deep-throated a hot dog and woke everyone up because she was laughing too hard about it. And that was the end of that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Leave a like if you did enjoy it. And I'm going to be streaming later tonight, so if you want to come check that out, I'll put it in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.